Welcome back to part 2 of our billboard video. I'm sorry again guys, I apologize, my phone rang and yeah, the video cut out. So we've glued our ladder, see it's sturdy on there, to our billboard. Now if you want to give it some weight, I like to give it some weight because this weighs nothing. I'm gonna glue some washers to the back. Simple. Take 2 washers, squirt some hot glue behind here, glue the washer on, second washer on, there we go. It's just to give it some more weight, it will make it stand better. There we go. Now I have this square base, I'm simply gonna cut a half moon shape. You guys, you don't have to use a big base like this. I do it because sometimes the models tend to be heavy, and if you have a too small a base, the billboard will topple over. It will fall to the front. Okay, now next I'm gonna do is take this thing outside and spray paint it. I'm gonna black bomb it. Now for me, you guys, if you haven't made the mistake that I did and glued it on already, I have to take a piece of paper and use some simple scotch tape, glue it to the back, make sure the paper is long enough. Actually, I'm going to show you for those who maybe did it the same way I did. So you take a piece of paper, just mark it here and see that it's big enough that it fits here. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but mark it here. This is the, you can measure this guys, it will make it probably a lot quicker and faster for you. I'm not measuring at the moment, but yeah, so I'm cutting off the paper like so, see, and it fits, it covers my billboard. I'm gonna take some scotch tape at the moment. Yeah, but grab some scotch tape, place it, make sure the edge of the paper is a little over, doesn't have to be much, but a little bit, and simply go like this. Do the same down here. Glue it to the back. You have to peel this off later, so and the same here. As you can see, this part is too big, so I'm cutting it off. Glue it, tape it, not glue, and just take a little piece and do the same up top, maybe on both sides. See, there's a lot of effort into this, while you can simply spare yourself the effort by leaving it blank. Okay, so I'm going outside and black bomb this, and then I'll be back to paint it up. Okay, as you can see, the billboard has been black bombed. Now I already started by peeling off some of the scotch tape, but that won't always work so easy, so I'm simply just gonna cut through it like so, and then this will come off fairly easy. See? Now as you see, we have some exposed parts here. That doesn't matter, we're simply gonna take some black paint and touch up on the pieces that need to be touched up. Okay, so I've taken my brush, some black paint, simple black paint, and simply I'm gonna do this on camera. Paint the pieces that are exposed, like so. It covers it. That's the beauty about these paper drinking straws, they take paint very well. Now as you can see, the sides, the the foam board is exposed, so we're gonna paint that up as well. And just simply go over every piece. See at the back, same deal. Painted black. On the other edge. Well, you get the idea. Make sure that you cover everything that is left exposed, that you cover it in black. Okay, for the next part, I'll take some khaki color. Again, I was painting miniatures, so I have a little Japanese khaki color, but something that looks like this. Just the way you guys do wood, paint the wood that way. It looks a little tanned at the moment. Well, for starters, it will darken, and I'm also gonna put a wash over the entire thing, so if it looks a little light at the moment, it doesn't matter. And if you hit the ladder by mistake, it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna give the ladder a metallic color anyway. But you could do a wooden ladder if you guys prefer, so also don't forget to do the bottom. Working off camera, sorry. See? Just do the entire bottom. I'll be right back when it's done. Okay, so it's painted. See, the bottom is done, the top is done. For next, I'm gonna take some bolt gun metal and do the poles. So I've grabbed some gunmetal, and I'm gonna start by doing these poles. I really love these paper drinking straws. And I'll be right back when these poles are done. Okay, so the poles are done. I don't know if you guys can see. Now I'm gonna take that same metal and do these top things here. For our spotlights. Like so. Now you guys can see this all too well. See? Poles are done. You can do this, I'm gonna leave it black, but you can do this in a metal color as well if you prefer. Next thing to do is simply paint up the stairs, and I'm using the same metal color as the poles. Just goes really quick because these are coffee stirrers, so they absorb the paint immediately. Also, don't forget to do the backside when you do this. But as I said before, you can use wooden ladders, you can use, well, anything you guys want actually. You don't even have to use ladders if you're just gonna use it as a set piece to place on top of a building. But for the Batman game, I prefer it with the letters because, well, it's another piece your miniatures can stand upon. Don't forget, do the backside. Simply run it along across. Like so. It's a fun project, this one, guys. I enjoy it. And billboards, well, they always give an extra flair to your buildings. By the way, that will be something we're going to be making soon as well, and that will be apartment buildings. Apartment buildings, residential buildings, skyscrapers, garage boxes, you name it. We're going to be making all of those things in the upcoming videos. It won't be maybe the next one, but soon we're going to be making all those things as well. Well, yeah, there you go. So I've done the metal. Now, the only thing that remains for my part, the way that I like it, is just give it a wash, and then I'm done. You guys can cover this. I'm usually setting these billboards up on top of buildings, and my rooftops are black, so I leave the base black. But if you're gonna put it on the ground or something, you can, well, basically use whatever color you guys prefer. So yeah, two more things that remain. Let's give it a wash and our lights. So I'll be right back. Okay, whatever. I'm using a brown wash. This is actually one of Citadel, the Agrax Earthshade. Feel free to use any wash you guys prefer. Homemade. If you want to use the Citadel one, use the Citadel one. It's just, I have it at hand, so it's easy at the moment. But yeah, there you go. It darkens up that wood very nicely. Forget to do the bottom of these things as well. Just give it a quick wash. It's kind of hard to do this in front of the camera with limited working space, but you guys get the idea, right? There we go. Okay, so that's done now. For another thing I like to give a wash as well is just the billboard itself. Just drag that wash across the billboard and use it in smears. It doesn't matter if you get stripes and everything. It's the billboard has gotten dirty by rain or whatever. Just gives that nice mucky mess. Do make sure that you always go into in the same direction, top to bottom, bottom to top. Don't mix and match like so. There we go. A nice dirty wash. Now I'm gonna let this dry, and then we'll be back to do our lights. Maybe one more time while we wait for the glue gun to heat up. The base, as I mentioned before, I prefer to use the black one because I usually set my billboards on top of buildings. But if you want to have like an outside billboard, you can layer this up like you would in fantasy terrain, or make some soil and put some flocking on it and some grass and everything. Yeah, so that's an outstanding board. See, the wash is drying. It looks like a nice dirty billboard. I prefer it this way. You can just leave it plain as you guys prefer, of course. But yeah, as you can see, you can set our miniatures on top next to it. The scale is awesome. So yeah. Okay, let's glue on some lights. So our glue has heated up a little bit. Just put a little. I prefer to use the small hot glue gun for tiny projects like this, but I'm just gonna show you that you don't need to. take care of the strings afterwards, and just, that's the nice thing about these beads with the hole in the shiny. So, and with the toothpick, the hole fits nicely inside, like so. Remove the strings. Yeah, there you go. See? Some nice looking spotlights for your billboard. Be sure to remove the strings. Well, there you go. Our billboard is done. There are guys who prefer, so I've seen several, to paint the backside like it is wood. For me, it doesn't matter. But yeah, you can, guys, you can, sure, if you want to, you can just paint it up the way you prefer. For me, the billboard is good the way I like it, so, but well, feel free to use whatever inspiration you guys want. Now we'll be right back and show you those two billboards next to each other with some miniatures on it. Here we go, guys, our billboard we've just made with a miniature on top of it, and the other one I previously made with a miniature on top of it. So yeah, see, that's what they look like. Now, as I said, you can do the bases with whatever you want. I like it simply black because I put them on top of my apartment building rooftops and they're all black, so I leave it black, but feel free to do it whichever way you guys prefer. Okay, this was Alretian. Thank you for watching another one of my videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.